It's week 9 of the NFL, and our focus is on this team's versatile running back. You look at league leaders and see his name, third best in the league coming in. We can hardly wait for the start of this one, just ahead on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And this will be knocked down. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. He'll drop to throw. He'll find his rookie wideout from Notre Dame. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Back to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 15-yard pickup there, and that will be a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call designed runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. 2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Flowers. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got it at the 3. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start.
And he will take it in himself. Touchdown. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
No problem there on the extra point, and his guys will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of the ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Here's a first carry for their running back. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. And that is incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, It winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Throwing now from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. And it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Putting the tight end in motion. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. It's first down, and they'll run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out,
and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Here's their punter now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Up the middle they go. And he's going to have a first down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. And a Louisville first down.
Tight end going in motion here. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. Has a touchdown. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
That ties the game at 7.
So back to level after the touchdown, in time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Flowers with the catch. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Good work on the ground. He's got it. 1st down. Up at about the 42.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Out of the gun, he'll throw. This throw right is taken in by Flowers.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game.
That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. They send the tight end in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's taken down up past the 35.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a 1st down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still 1st down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And they have the 1st down. So they get the completion on 1st and 5. And now they'll set up 1st and 10. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
The extra point, up and good. And the visitors will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They face 2nd down and 7. He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete, but there's a flag back in the backfield where the quarterback is. They may have got him after he released the ball. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Oh, he coughs up the football. The defense has got it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. 14 on the pickup. That's enough for a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the...
And he's in for the score. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The PAT, up and good. And the visitors will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Holding offense.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. A pickup there of 19 yards. And that will be a 1st down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal, but either way, I'm coming away with points.
Back to the air once more on second down. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
With the score, visitors 21.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, the highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. One of the tight ends motions right. The third quarter begins with a run. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Tight end going in motion here. On second down, they run the counter. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. This team's offense ready to see what they can do. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back than in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down. They'll stay on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's third and 7.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. That's enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to
Neutral zone
jump?
infraction. Defense. Still first down.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll turn and hand this one off. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
On 2-yard pickup. Makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll throw out of the gun. That is left side and caught by Flowers.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And his guys cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they'll try to keep it going. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's the toss as they look to run. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. 3rd and 9. They'll send a tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. Oh, the ball's out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to get this one on the ground. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Louisville 1st down.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment from defense. Still 1st down.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage across the 50 to the 48.
To the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And a Louisville 1st down.
Crazy. Open space to the 35. And he's going to be taken down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
Right back to him on 1st down. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Now this time they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
His kick is good. And the visitors are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now this team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now, faking the give. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. He's across midfield. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So now, after the fireworks, a chance to cash in. They have it 1st and goal. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still 1st down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he will score! Game on! Touchdown! Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The extra point is up and through. And his guys back within 7. It's 24-17. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a 1st down. Putting the tight end in motion. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw again. That is caught, and they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Has a touchdown. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point is good. And the visitors will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being...
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now a give up the middle. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Hill drops to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Back to the air one more time. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he's going to go down. The pressure once again too much. And that should wrap this one up.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz planned for this fourth down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for our visitors. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.